Join me as I dive deep into my bad habits and challenge myself to break them once and for all. Breaking bad habits is one of the most powerful steps you can take towards transforming your life. It's about creating a better version of yourself, one that is more productive, more focused, and more at peace. But let's be honest, it's not always easy. Our bad habits can be deeply ingrained, making it hard to imagine living without them. One of the biggest barriers people face when trying to break bad habits is lack of motivation. We often start out with the best of intentions, but as time goes on, our enthusiasm fades, and we find ourselves slipping back into old patterns. Another major obstacle is fear of failure. We're afraid that if we try to break a habit and fail, we'll be disappointed or feel like we've let ourselves down. And then there's the comfort zone issue. Our bad habits can be a source of comfort, even if they're not serving us well. Additionally, we often underestimate the power of our environment. Our surroundings can either support or sabotage our efforts to break bad habits. For example, if you're trying to quit junk food, but your pantry is stocked with chips and cookies, you're making it much harder on yourself. And let's not forget about stress and emotional triggers. We often turn to bad habits as a way to cope with difficult emotions, but this can create a vicious cycle that's hard to break. Lastly, accountability plays a significant role in our ability to break bad habits. Without someone to report to or a system of accountability, it's easy to let our habits slide. We might promise ourselves that we'll change, but without a clear plan or support, it's hard to follow through. So, how do we overcome these challenges? One effective strategy is to set realistic goals. Instead of trying to quit cold turkey, break your goal into smaller, manageable steps. This will help you build confidence and momentum. Another key is to seek support. Whether it's a friend, family member, or online community, having someone to share your struggles and successes with can make all the difference. Identifying your triggers is also crucial. Once you know what causes you to slip into bad habits, you can develop strategies to avoid or cope with those triggers. And don't underestimate the power of replacement habits. Instead of trying to eliminate a bad habit entirely, try replacing it with a healthier alternative. For example, if you're trying to break the habit of scrolling through your phone before bed, you could replace it with reading a book or practicing gentle stretches. And remember, it's okay to slip up sometimes. The key is to be kind to yourself and learn from your mistakes. I recall a time when I was trying to break my habit of procrastination. I was putting off a critical project and it was causing me a lot of stress. I realized that I was procrastinating because I was afraid of not meeting my own expectations. So, I broke the project down into smaller tasks and I started working on them one by one. I also shared my goals with a friend who checked in with me regularly to see how I was progressing. It wasn't easy, but with time and effort, I was able to overcome my procrastination habit. I learned that it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress and being willing to learn from your mistakes. And I want to encourage you to do the same, to take a close look at your habits and identify areas where you'd like to make a change. In conclusion, breaking bad habits is a journey that requires persistence, self-compassion, and support. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. By setting realistic goals, seeking support, and being kind to yourself, you can overcome the challenges that hold you back and create a better life for yourself. If you've struggled with breaking bad habits, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on habit formation, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing my top strategies for building positive habits that last.